Hi friends, today we are going to talk about India's unicorn startup Zoho with $1 billion revenue but no debt, with 100 million users globally but it's operating from villages, and with a valuation of more than $5 billion last year but surprisingly bootstrapped with no VC funding. The most important thing is this highly esteemed software product company provides services to every 3 out of 5 Fortune 500 companies globally, including the likes of Apple, Netflix, and Amazon. So, in current business environment where most of the companies take funding in order to survive, and that too in a highly competitive IT industry, how does this company grow its revenue at 37% with no funding and still remain profitable? What is the operating business model and talent strategy that this company followed so judiciously that it doesn't just compete but also thrive successfully in this technology industry for more than 25 years? And finally, what is the important lesson that one can learn from its culture? And last but most important, what are the core philosophies of Zoho's founder and Padma Shri recipient, Mr. Sridhar Vembu, which very few know about? Before we proceed to answer the questions in this case study, I request you to take a moment and subscribe my YouTube channel and share it with your friends. Now, to get the answer for all these questions, we must first understand the grand vision of the founder and humble billionaire Mr. Sridhar Vembu. When we get to know about his core philosophy, his lifestyle, and his vision, then we will be able to connect the dots and chart the organization's journey. Mr. Sridhar Vembu was born in a small village near Tanjavur, but he had a rebellious nature. While his family was orthodox, he resisted traditional superstitions and beliefs. While he completed his electrical engineering from IIT Madras and received his master's from Princeton, still he felt empty inside. While his college mates would have enjoyed luxuries from US, he was worried that there was no products worthy of the tag made in India. With strong patriotic feelings and with lofty ambitions, he set foot in the path of entrepreneurial journey. His frugal mentality and his minimalistic lifestyle are the growth engines of his organization. He operates his company based on two mantras he received from his parents and an old villager. The first mantra is, if you don't have money for something, don't buy it. The second mantra is, don't forget where you came from because the place can't afford to lose you. These mantras were the essential guiding principles for his organization. I will share more about his lifestyle and philosophy later in this video. Now let's try to understand the ambitious business model of Zoho. As many of you might not be aware, Zoho was not the first company which he started. AdventNet is the first company which Mr. Sridhar Vembu started with focus on hardware development. But unfortunately, it didn't work, and smartly he changed his business from hardware to software, knowing that there is a huge gap in the market for Indian software product company to provide global services. Also, it's interesting to know that his software product company began as copier management software, and then he capitalized on the telecom optical boom and developed network management software. But the dot-com bust made his organization to hyper-focus on R&D, and then was born an online suite of business software called Zoho. Zoho Corporation primarily has three divisions. The first one is Zoho.com, which is business online suite along with productivity applications. The second one is Manage Engine, which provides IT management solutions. And finally, the third one is Web NMS, which is network management system and enterprise level IoT platforms. To make things simple, Zoho offers 55 plus software products that runs entirely from cloud that caters to all functions of a business, from sales and marketing to workforce productivity to finance to IT support to human resources in 150 plus countries. Zoho is moving towards creating an integrated ecosystem under the brand name Zoho One. Now friends, let's look at the interesting factors that led to the success of Zoho business model. They are geo arbitrage play, freemium go-to-market strategy with customers, and finally, sustainable growth with cost control. Let's look at each in detail, starting with geo arbitrage with a classical example. An export company that sells goods made in India to US or Europe will generally make huge profits because of low cost of manufacturing goods in India and a potential to sell at much higher prices in US or Europe. This model, my dear friends, is called as geo arbitrage. Zoho uses the same principle. It manufactures software products using cheap national talent and sells these products to US or Europe, where they pay more for these services and thereby makes huge profits. The second factor is freemium strategy, where Zoho offers customers basic services for free but charges affordable prices for larger packages. With this smart strategy, Zoho targeted and won the hearts of micro, small, and medium enterprises, which the giants like Salesforce won't even consider and will think below these standards. To make things interesting, Zoho started slowly growing market share and started penetrating higher end markets as well, and now it is competing with leading giants like Microsoft. The third factor is sustainable growth with cost control. While most of the companies take multiple rounds of funding to grow market share, Zoho's founder, Mr. Sridhar Vembu, followed an unconventional approach by thinking out of the box. He took a firm stance that he will never give up his stake to VCs and will never invest more in marketing. He goes by the old principle which his parents told him, that if you don't have money for something, don't buy it. By sacrificing aggressive growth, Zoho has remained consistently profitable and it has never laid off employees during recession or pandemic. These simple factors with iron determination of founding team has propelled Zoho to reach heights. Now let's look at the talent acquisition and retention strategy of Zoho, which has surprised IT world by maintaining attrition rate as low as 7%, which is well below the industry standard. To give an example, if you apply for a position in a firm in any sector, the procedure is you need to submit your qualification records, and only if your mark is higher than the minimum mark, you will be eligible for the first round of interview. Zoho doesn't believe in the system, which seems so outdated. For freshers, Zoho offers 3-month internship where you are given resources to learn and build your capabilities, and based on your performance, your next steps in the company are decided. Secondly, Mr. Sridhar believes in the principles of traditional Gurukul system, and Zoho started schools which provided skill sets to students in software development and directly recruits from those schools. Instead of charging tuition fees, Zoho pays 10,000 rupees stipend every month to students. And thirdly, Zoho has gone a step further by expanding its working base in rural areas. With the rebellious streak, instead of focusing on workspace at metro cities like most other IT companies do, Zoho has expanded its centers in rural parts of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and planning to expand in parts of UP and Bihar. This marvelous strategy actually resonates with its motto of working from home and managing all tasks with just one URL. The employees are also happier because they get to work from the villages they belong, and coupled with lower costs, it's essentially a win-win strategy. Before we proceed to the last section where we discuss about the personal things he cares about, let's look at the 3 key lessons we can learn from Zoho's journey. The first lesson is sustainability wins long term. Entrepreneurs can learn from this crucial advice that instead of expecting 10x returns in a period of 3 to 4 years, expecting sustainable returns with modest growth and no debt will help the company to sustain in periods of adversity. The second lesson emphasizes that one of the critical reasons why Mr. Sridhar Vembu is able to sustain in this industry for more than 25 years is because of his strong sense of belongingness and pride in his nation. He was one of the first entrepreneurs who believed in Make in India concept. The third lesson that one can learn is treating employees as family and letting go of prestige to make things work. He designed his company's policies in favor of his employees, and he is not constrained by his desire for prestige to go against the conventional norms for the benefit of this organization. We are in the last section, and let me share with you 3 details which Zoho founder felt impacted him a lot at a personal level. First is, he loves his village so much that when he was young, he used to keep a stone to remind him of his village. Secondly, his role model was former Chief Minister of Madras, Perundalaivar Kamaraj, who wore simple garments, led simple life, and always stayed close to nature. Even today, it's difficult to find any other billionaire who lives like Mr. Sridhar Vembu, wearing only Indian garment veshti, and lives in a rural village in Tamil Nadu in a house which has got fan but no air conditioner. And thirdly, he says he loves his business so much that he will not quit his company at any cost. He will exit it only at the time of his death. That's it for today, friends, and I have given my best to compile and present you the key takeaways from Zoho's journey. I have mentioned the research materials in the description. If you find this video interesting, please take a moment and subscribe my YouTube channel and share it with your friends. These small actions will help support my YouTube channel, and I will meet you with the next case study in the next video. Bye bye.